Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Whatever's on the tape is obviously very funny. Can we share the joke?
No.
No. Let's hear it, Eddie.
It's just some crazy stuff, Mrs. Taylor. Just some stuff we did together over the weekend.
Sounds fascinating. Play it. Perhaps you realise just how unfunny your smutty humour is. Get ready to laugh, everyone.
I don't want to play the tape, Mrs. Taylor.
Do as you're told.
Oh, Scott, don't be like that.
I'm the school rapist.
This is what you brought me here for, isn't it? Sex.
Sure. How much was it again?
$10. I went to see a doctor to go on the pill.
Stop it. Switch it off.
Kim? Wait. Kim!
How did they do a thing like that?
I'll kill him.
My mother, what's she gonna do?
We didn't do anything wrong,
Do you
Kim.
think she'll believe that? You made it all so dirty.
Well, I'll talk to your mum. I'll explain.
Just keep out of it, Scott. Just keep out of it.
Hello.
What's wrong, Scott?
I'm okay, Grandma.
May I come in?
No.
Would you like me to call your father?
No, please don't worry. I'm all right.
Kim? Come out here. I'm taking you to a doctor.
Why?
Because that young animal is very likely to be charged with rape.
What?
Don't be cute, young lady. You're in no position to be cute.
I'm not being cute. I'm not going to any doctor.
Very well. The police may be able to arrange it for me then.
Stop it! It wasn't like that.
I know what I heard on that tape.
It was an edit. Those boys make crazy tapes all the time.
Do you deny you were with that boy?
No.
Did you say all those things on that tape?
But they changed it all around. That wasn't what we were saying to each other at all.
So now you're denying you went to a doctor to go on the pill?
I did go. But he talked me out of it.
My God, I can't believe you're saying all these things after the way I brought you up. How long have you been sleeping around?
I've never slept around.
Then why did you want to go on the pill?
Because I didn't know what to do. Tried to talk to you about it, but you started on about promiscuity. You know what you're like.
So now I'm to blame, is that it?
I don't want to talk about
Oh,
it.
you'll talk about it, all right. For once in your life, you're going to start telling the truth to your father and me. I never thought I'd be ashamed of my own daughter.
You just don't understand, do you? Whatever I say to you, you still won't understand.
I understand one thing. By the time I'm finished, you'll regret the day you ever got involved with that Robinson boy.
What are you doing home?
I'll tell you all about it later, Helen. Is he in his room?
Yes, he is.
Scott. Had some problems at school.
I asked Grandma not to call you.
She didn't. Your headmaster did.
Great. Just great.
Well, he seemed to think it was serious enough for me to come home and talk to you about it.
Did he tell you about the tape?
Yeah. Young Danny's admitted that it was doctored.
Terrific. I'll never forget what those two guys did to me today. Nothing happened between Kim and me, dead honest.
Yeah, I believe you. So let's go across to the Taylor house and clear the air, shall we?
No way. Kim asked me to stay out of it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Kim's mother is a narrow-minded old bag.
Well, she's also a very angry lady. The headmaster warned me that things are getting a little bit more serious. Apparently, she's organised for her husband to fly back from interstate to discuss pressing carnal knowledge charges against you.
Now, remember what I told you about your feet? And make that judgment as soon as you see the water, right?
Okay.
Almost got it. Almost got it.
Oh. I know what was wrong. I'll get it this time.
Good lad.
Hello, mate. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to work with Dad.
Well, what is it?
I'll get on with it, okay?
Well,
The headmaster wants you to call in at the school tomorrow.
what the hell for?
There was a bit of trouble today.
Useless. Flaming useless. That's all you are. Look at him up there. Credit to the family. You won a gold at the Olympics, that boy. And look at you. You can't even be trusted to behave yourself in a classroom, can you?
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Dad, it wasn't really my fault.
Oh, it's never your fault, is it?
You wouldn't believe me. You believe him, though, wouldn't you?
Ah! See what you made me do? You made me miss a dive now.
I didn't ask you to turn your flaming head away, did I? Oh, how about that one? Perfect, eh? Sure. Thanks for nothing.
Paul. Danny. What the hell did you do to Scott? I thought he was your mate.
Where is he? I want to talk to him.
I wouldn't advise you to go in there at the moment. He's talking it over with Dad and Grandma.
Look, it was just a gag, Paul. That's all. The last thing I'd do is to play that tape to the old bag in front of the whole class.
Yeah, it all sounds pretty stupid to me. Creeping around taping your friends like that.
Yeah, I know. But I've told them at school that they weren't doing anything and that we edited the tape to make it sound that way.
All right, well, I'll tell Scott you called around. But if you want my advice, I'd leave talking to him until Dad sorted it out with the Taylors, okay?
Okay, thanks.
No, the father's on the way over here now. Yeah. Aunt Marcia doesn't want to discuss it with him, but I can't see any reason why not, can you? No, there's the door's probably there. What? No, of course not.
I didn't expect you to bring Scott.
Well, it concerns Scott. He's the one person who should be here.
Fine.
Come in.
Bye, thanks, bye.
This is my husband.
Oh, hi. Neil.
Jim Robinson. Have you met Scott?
No. Hi, Scott. Oh, please sit down.
Thank you.
Now, this is obviously a very serious matter.
Isn't your daughter going to be here?
That won't be necessary.
I think it will. Is she here?
Yes, she's in her room. But I have no intention of bringing her out to face further humiliation.
Mrs. Taylor, I'm sure you're as anxious as I am to have this matter cleaned up as quickly and as quietly as possible. Now, we can hardly do that if Kim's not here now,
No,
can we?
I agree. I'll get it.
No, Neil, she is
Once
not
the
coming
child
out
be
here.
involved in the...
I see.
Hello, Kim.
Hello.
Well, Mr. Robinson, you insisted on this discussion.
Yes, well, Scott's explained to me that this is all really a bit of a storm in a teacup.
Oh. Is that what he calls it?
Well, no, in fact, that's my interpretation of what he said.
Have you heard that tape recording, Mr. Robinson?
No, but I don't think I need to.
I suggest you do need to, if you hope to defend your son in court.
Mrs. Taylor, that tape was edited as a joke. It would hardly stand up in court. But as far as Scott's concerned, he's perfectly capable of defending himself.
Why did you do that, Scott?
No. What Kim and me did is none of your business.
Come on, mate. All you have to do is tell the truth.
No, Dad. I told you nothing happened. That's all that matters to me. Even if anything had have happened. It only concerns Kim and me.
Oh, no. Sorry, Scott. That attitude won't get us anywhere. Look, I want to ask you a couple of questions. You mind answering?
I can't force you, mate.
Okay.
Have you had sex with my daughter, Kim?
No.
Then why did you ask her out?
Oh, come on now.
Look,
That's
Marcia,
a straightforward
please, let me
question.
ask a
No,
question for
Neil,
once.
it's obvious he flirts with almost every girl in the class. Why should he single our daughter out for some secret meeting?
It wasn't secret. I told my father who I was going out with.
Kim certainly didn't tell us.
Have you asked her why?
Scott?
But you're trying to score points by proving you could ask out any girl in the class.
No.
Then why ask Kim in particular?
I love her.
You...
What? I love Kim.
Now you're being ridiculous.
You asked for the truth. I told you the truth. Now leave me alone, okay?
Just keep your son away from our daughter.
I used to feel sorry for Kim. She used to get a hell of a time at school. Most of the guys used to send her up something rotten. Some of the girls reckon no one's even ever asked her out. Once I saw her sitting by herself in the schoolyard and I just went up and started talking to her. She was real nice. You know, interesting.
Hmm.
Then I started to think about her a lot. I even dreamt about her a few times. I meant what I said about loving her, Dad.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that. You see, I fell in love with your mother when I was 16. We had to wait a few years before we could get married, but that didn't stop me loving her. The thing is, though, to be sure that it is love.
I've felt this way for a couple of months now. I was so nervous about asking her for that date. Some date. What am I going to do, Dad?
Well, when your mother died, I asked myself the same question. I turned to your grandma. I was so grief-stricken I almost forgot that she'd also lost a daughter, but she moved in here, took over the running of the house, and helped me bring you all up. I think maybe we should have a chat to her about it, don't you?
You won't try and stop me from seeing Kim, will you?
Oh, I couldn't do that to you, mate.
I'm very lucky to have a father like you. You know that.
I was so in love and determined to marry when I was a kid that nothing on this earth was going to stop me. Then when I finally got my own way when I was about 16, I found how hard it was to make a marriage work. And so I stopped you and Anne from making the same mistake.
Yeah, but you were right to make us wait, Helen.
No, I was wrong. I've never told you this, Jim, but if I could set back the clock, you would have both married when you wanted to. You would have had those few extra years together.
Yeah, well, the point is the kids don't want to get married. They just want to go on seeing each other.
Well, I said that. You and Anne said that. No, I'm the wrong person to ask about Scott, because I'd say, well, if you really love each other, go to it.
Well, if it was as simple as that, I'd agree with you. But kids today have a much tougher time with careers and...
At 11:45?
Is our daughter here?
No. Why, should she be?
She's run away.
Oh, please, come in.
Thank you.
My mother-in-law, Mrs. Daniels. Helen, this is Mr. and Mrs. Taylor. Kim's parents.
Is your son home, Mr. Robinson?
Yes, he's in bed.
You're sure of that?
He went to bed over an hour ago, Mrs. Taylor. If you'd telephoned before you came over here, you might have saved yourself a trip.
We were convinced she'd be here.
And I'm still not convinced she isn't.
What's going on?
Shh. Listen. I've already told you, Mrs. Taylor. If Kim had come here, we would have contacted you immediately.
Well, where else could she go at this time of night? There's only one thing left to do. Phone the police.
Well, if you wish, please use the telephone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone know the number?
Oh, well, might be best to call the local station.
Scott.
Scott,
Kim's disappeared. Have
Neil,
you any idea
you
where she
talk.
might be?
No, none.
I hope you realise what you're doing to this family, young man. God knows what stupid things you've been telling Kim. If you talked her into running away tonight, you'd better say before the police get here.
I told you I don't know where she is.
Scott, go upstairs and get dressed.
Her name's Kate. She's 14 years old.
Mrs. Taylor, Scott is my son. And as far as I'm concerned, he's done nothing wrong.
At a friend's place. Been there.
What the hell's going on?
Shut up.
Oh, great.
Do you mind? Hello? Neil Taylor speaking. Ah, yes, Sergeant. Good. Good, thank you very much. There's a squad car on the way over.
Right. Well, I want to have a talk to Scott before they get here. Excuse me. Scott?
Dad, I'm trying to get some sleep.
Where's Scott?
Didn't he go downstairs just before?
No, he didn't.
Kim? Kim?
Thanks, mate. Paul, Scott never mentioned anything to you about running off like this before, did he?
No, why should he?
I don't know. All this is starting to make me think, I suppose. I always thought my kids were different from all those other kids, but how the hell do you know?
What are you talking about?
Well, for all I know, any one of you could be bottling something up that I don't know anything about. I mean, look at Kim Taylor. She had to lie and cheat because she couldn't communicate with the parents. Well, Scott's always trusted me before. Why not this time?
Dad, that teacher was threatening everything from kidnap to carnal knowledge. Then the next thing we know, the police were called in. Can you blame Scott for shooting through? I'd have done the same thing. But then a little while later, I would have come home or at least rung you to let you know I was okay.
And you think that Scott will do that?
Are you kidding? He's the solid citizen of the family. Dad, you know damn well we trust you and respect you. We know we can talk to you or Grandma if we want to. No, he just wants to work things out his way. But if he's in trouble, believe me, he'll be in touch.
Hello? Hello? Oh, hello, Julie. How's your holiday? Yeah, well, let's know if there's anything you want. No, everything's fine here. Oh, Grandma's out taking Lucy to school. What am I doing home? Well, I just had a few things to do around the place. Yeah. All right, well, have a good time. We'll see you next week. Bye, Julie. Yeah, love you too. No point in telling her and spoiling a holiday.
All right, all we need is her rushing back to give us a helping hand. I wish I could have known where he'd gone.
Did he phone?
No.